Okay. So the next thing is this psychology of labor. This is an important thing where you think about the and you think about the effects of your labor on something, and it's otherwise known as the IKEA effect, but you provide a disproportionately higher financial and emotional value to things that you physically help to assemble. And that that means a couple things. One, it's good to get involved. But two, it's also good to recognize that you are providing this extra variable on top of whatever you've done just because you worked on it. So just keep that in mind when you're thinking about how successful something is, because you're trying to extract the friction from whatever you worked on. And friction's good. Friction's good, but also you got to think about it in both ways because, as I talked about in the first part of the episode, one's self does not exist. And if you think about it that way, there is no good or bad or ownership. It's just, what does it mean? And so, what does it mean when you put together furniture and you feel like it's beautiful and it's the best ever? Is that true? Or do you just feel good about it? Or if you worked on a project with people for a year and you're immensely proud of it, does that mean that your project is really that good? Or are you proud of the work that you've done? And don't get caught up on one, feeling like the work is that amazing. And then two, recognizing that since you put in the work, it's good. Those are essentially opposites, but you've got to find yourself somewhere in the middle. Okay. So this is the next thing. 38% labor is just wasted in the world. And this is a study from the World Economic Forum, the World Economic, now I'm blanking, World Economic Forum, pretty sure. Let's see. Anyways, oh, I'm having issues here. But in a world where there is, we're moving, or so let's go back. 38% of talent is systematically wasted, according to the World Economic Forum. There is something to call out here. One, we're inefficient. Two, getting too efficient is also a problem. If you have nothing but frictionless processes and there's a lack of friction, there's a lack of learning, there's a lack of structure, then what are you? What are we as people? If AI does all the thinking and the doing, and you outsource your thinking, and you don't have the ability to take on cognitive load, what are you then? And does having friction make you high status? Like doing things that have friction, does that essentially make you high status? Does friction create purpose? Where do you go if there is no friction? Do you just drift through life and find aesthetics that you find pleasing to the eye? Temporarily, of course. Do you think of yourself as a bird flying through the sky against no wind, no drafts, just there, soaring somewhere, but you have no destination? It's a lot of things to think about when we're moving towards this world, this unknown world. What does it look like? What does it feel like? No one knows. What is our world in 10 years? I have no idea. You've got no idea either. But one thing that I do know is it's important to have the right process for your life, for your loved ones, and for yourself. And that being said, what do you do? Well, you want to mastery through friction. You've got the cognitive struggle of learning stuff. You've got the IKEA effect of the value input because there was labor from yourself, oneself, and then the judgment. are forged with this corrective feedback of outcomes. And this is kind of essentially a video game when you think about it. And then there's this authentic prestige when you have went through all of these steps, you find yourself with legitimate prestige and confidence.